Hello and welcome to my channel, and my name is Jen, and this is day 27 of Mermay. And just for a change, I thought I'll do this 3D, and I'm using Sculpting because it's free, even though it's extremely buggy, even more than ZBrush. And yeah, so I'm gonna look at Blender. Blender's free too, and you can do a lot with Blender, so that's what I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of weeks probably, because I thought I need to. I've got it. I keep meaning to, so because I'm sick of this bloody thing. It's easy to use, don't get me wrong, it's very basic. ZBrush is sort of easy to use too, but I'm sick of them freezing and stopping, and it's not like the computer's my problem. Anyway, stop bitching, Jen. Talk about the mermaid. So this is just this is like a basic tail and a torso, and it looks very odd, and yeah, it just looks odd at this moment in time. So now I'm just adding, I think it's a neck, yeah, a little kind of a neck. And then I forgot to videotape anything, so she's got shoulders? Yeah, shoulders. And then, you know, I make sausages for arms. It's very simple, and it's very cartoony, which I kind of like, but I prefer more of a smooth style. But for this, it works. I'm not going to complain too much. Actually, I'm not complaining, because I don't mind the way it looks, really, in the end. It's just like, set the program, save it bloody freezing. And it even does it on hubby's computer, who's got a bit more power than mine, and so it's not the computers that are the problem, you know. We did it at uni too, so, and that's definitely not the problem. The computers they've got there for the 3D labs are, you know, but anyway, stop complaining. So yeah, so now I was giving her boobs, breasts, whatever you want to call them, and I thought, well, we'll, you know, do the typical, you know, starfish or seashells, not seashells, but like, no, go starfish, to cover them slightly, because, you know, people freak out because of boobs, which is just like, Jesus Christ, you know. I think it's from taking life drawing glasses. I'm just like, you know, it's a human body. Even before that, it's like, it's a human body. Everybody, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so what am I doing now? Yeah, so reshaping the starfish, because it kind of just looked like blobs, so make it look a little bit more like it's got 5, you know, fingers, claws, they're not claws, appendages, we'll say. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, they're appendages, we'll say. So just moving them around, and give her hands, very basic hands, very simple hands, just hint at fingers, kind of. And so, I mean, I could have made like 5 individual sausages and blah blah blah, but I just wanted to give it kind of a simple cartoony, like a cartoony look again. And this is not, like, this is maybe a couple hours total. It took longer to render it than to make it, actually. But, you know, because I was, well, the rendering didn't take, the turntable took a while. So yeah, giving her eyes. Now, I'm not 100% happy with the eyes in this in the end. They remind me in the end of, oh god, I can't think of who they are now. My brain has gone to mush. Like eyes you would see on, I can visualize it in my head. It's like old, very old statues people would see, and I can't remember it. And I want to say it's Greek, but it's not Greek. Mediterranean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up when I'm done this. But yeah, so just shaping the head, because she looked really kind of odd. Even though I don't know why why I did this, because in the end the shape of her head doesn't really matter because she's covered with so much hair. But yeah, so I'll give her eyebrows, which just was like, nah, I don't like them, just change them a lot. It's just a lot. This is just a lot of me moving things around. So yeah, is it exciting? Probably not. But it's day 27 done, so like I said, I was just needed to change things slightly for this, because I was like, I'm going insane sketching mermaids, just trying to figure out what I'm going to draw for the 31st, which I kind of have better idea now, which I probably should sketch that soonish, so I'm not, you know, I get it up on time. But not too, the nose was a little big, so move everything down, move everything back. The head is way too big, which I do fix later on, because I realize the head is just a little bit too big compared to her body. It just looks really odd. Looks kind of like a Muppet, even though that would be kind of cool, a mermaid Muppet. But so change the eyebrow shape slightly, give it a bit of more of an arch, I guess, yeah. But push them back a bit because they're a little bit too far forward. See, the mouth is kind of like, It's very clownish. I don't like it. Well, so I do delete the mouth because I'm like, I've never, no matter how much I mess with this, I'm never happy with it. I'm really not. But, it is what it is. And now I am making, is this when I start making the hair? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because the reason the sun's on my face at this point because it's glaring at the top of the screen, so I can't actually see what I'm clicking on. Even with the curtains closed, it doesn't work. But yeah, so making little hair strands. That's what I'm doing. Changing the angles of them. And the length's okay. I don't really do much with the length. And I'm just seeing what the whole thing looks like together. And so just kind of make it a little bit around the top of her head so it doesn't look like she's got like horns, I guess. John's like, it reminds her of an alien from like Star Trek or the Farscape. I can't remember which one it was. But I think it's Star Trek. But I can't remember which one he said. But yeah, so I'm just repeating and copying, pasting, changing the shape slightly to make it a little bit variable so it doesn't look completely the same, which I actually change in the end anyway. I take some, when I turn the symmetry off, I pull some of the shapes a little bit differently so they're not exactly the same either side of our head. But for the moment, symmetry is on because it just makes things so much easier because you just, move things move things at the same time and it looks better, well, sometimes, and then you can turn it off and make things less symmetrical so it looks a bit more fluid, I guess is the word. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't really know. We'll go with that. And like I said, I'm just copying, pasting things here. I probably should have edited this a bit, but that's okay. You get to see how the hair is built up and how, even though I still think mermaids should be bald, I really do, because hair, especially this length, is completely impractical underwater. You'll never make me think any otherwise. But maybe they're wearing skull caps, I don't know. But yeah, I know it's a look, but because most people are like, oh, okay, it's a bald girl or whatever. But no, it's hair and it kind of works. But I had to change the shapes of some things, and I'm trying to make that, because there's not enough hair in the middle, so I'm trying to build it up slightly, because it looks like she's kind of, if I'm going to give her hair, I might as well give her hair all over her head, unless I'm going to give her a mohawk. Oh, actually, that's a good idea. Mermaid with a mohawk. Actually, that's an idea. I should write that down somewhere, because it might look kind of cool. Punk rock, mermaid. And it's probably been done before, everything's been done before. And there's nothing, it's like this whole original idea thing. Nothing is original anymore, honestly. You go back 50 years even, and things have been done before in some shape and form. It's like this trend that was going on, let's paint on this on YouTube and blah, blah. That's been going on for years. Various things, maybe not in YouTube, but it's been going on for years, so it's not an original idea, So, I was painting on stuff in high school, and I had friends that were painting on random shit in high school too, so it's not a brand new idea, nothing, like I said, most ideas are not original. So yeah, so it kind of bugs me when people get, annoyed, oh, you copied my idea. Maybe not, people come up with ideas, people generally come up with ideas. Anyway, enough ranting, Jen. Back to the mermaid. I'm giving her fins. Well, yeah, the flipper fins thing, part of the tail. That makes sense. So I'm just made like an oblong and just shaping it with the move tool. The grab tool. It's not move tool here. It's a grab tool. It's a move tool in ZBrush or ZBrush, whatever the hell you want to pronounce it. And so yeah, just make it. I was trying to make it a bit smaller, but it didn't work here. So I just was like, screw it. We'll just do it off camera because it's driving me nuts. So yeah, and then now I'm just copying and pasting it, changing the angle of it, because it's easy enough to do, and then just trying to get it sort of near where the other one is. Not exactly, obviously, but it is close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, it really doesn't. So I'm just moving it more and checking the angles and moving things around, and yeah, it's kind of like it looks okay. You just still. I probably should have just made a brand new one, but then it would have looked really completely different and it wouldn't have worked. So I'm just kind of trying to curve the tail a little bit more, and I tried shrinking that so it kind of works. So it's not, I didn't want it quite as big as it was, and I just constantly change the tail. The whole part. Can't speak today. Can't speak ever usually. It's constantly just moving things. See, that's why I just turned the symmetry off, and now I'm just moving some of the hair individually, so it looks like it's more floating in the water a little bit more, bouncing around. His hair does in water occasionally. And so yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, so the whole point of this program is you're constantly just turning things around, seeing the angles, make sure things look okay and you haven't missed moving a part. So now I turned, some symmetry's off, so I'm trying to move the arm slightly, so you use the rotate tool. Is that what it's called in this one? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's a rotate tool. Just to move it slightly so it looks like she's maybe swimming or at least floating there, trying to keep herself, stationary a little bit. But yeah, so I was trying to add a texture to this, but it doesn't really turn out in the end. I don't really like it. That was way too strong there. And you can kind of see it on the final one, the ones I finally pick, but I'm not 100% happy with the way it turned out. But I've never liked the texture part in Sculptors. I really haven't. It is what it is, and it kind of works usually, but it isn't. Oh yeah, anyway, so this is the mermaid rendered, and this is the back where you can see the hair, 3/4 view, so you can kind of see what I was trying to do. She's very shiny tail, and this is the front view, so you can see it. See, her eyes are kind of like this blank stare, but that's okay. And then hubby rendered a turntable for me, so that kind of actually worked really well. So you get like a complete view of the way it looks, and at once you can see it all over around, which is very handy actually when you're looking at a 3D object, obviously. Duh. But it takes. This is a lower quality one. I mean, he had a higher quality one going, but it was gonna take like days. So, but yeah, so that is day 27 done. Yay! So what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 days to go, and then I'm done with Mermay and my sketches and stuff. So, and yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble. It's more rambling video than normal. Jeez, Jen, I need to write a script.